ladies and gents. Let's go to Hope of Glory Fellowship Dallas.
I told a story a few days ago. It was about a young girl in a church called Hope of Glory Fellowship in Dallas, Texas. This girl was treated badly in front of everyone. She was humiliated just for sharing her testimony. Her testimony was very simple. She said she was thankful for her stepmom. She explained that her stepmom listened to her more than her real mom. That was her truth. That was her heart. She only wanted to say thank you. For a child, this was very brave. It is not easy to stand in front of many people and speak, but she did it. She was honest. She was open. She was trying to share her feelings. After that moment, something very disturbing happened to the church. We will talk about those details soon. Before we begin, I want to welcome you to the channel. For someone like me, this is the only way I can share these stories. If you can, please help me by pressing the like button. My goal is to reach 1,000 likes on this video. That way more people can see this story. Also, please share the video on your social media. It will help spread the message even further.
When the video first appeared online, it seemed like just another clip in the endless ocean of social media content. But within hours, it became clear this was no ordinary post. This was a story that would ignite outrage, stir compassion, and force thousands of people to confront uncomfortable truths about faith, power, and the vulnerability of a young girl. The girl's voice was soft, almost hesitant, yet filled with sincerity. She wasn't making a grand speech. She wasn't trying to challenge authority. She was simply expressing gratitude. Gratitude for her stepmother, a woman who had shown her kindness and care. But what should have been a tender moment of appreciation quickly spiraled into punishment. And that punishment, captured on video, became the spark that lit a firestorm. Social media thrives on stories that strike emotional chords. This one had all the elements: innocence, injustice, and the raw power of video evidence. Within hours, the clip was shared across Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Comments poured in, hashtags trended, influencers weighed in.
Yo, so I just hop on my For You page and I see this video of this young girl being demonized in this church. I think the church was House of Glory or Hope of Glory, one of the two. And basically she got up there and they was like, tell what you thankful for, tell what you thankful for. And I don't want to hear your teachers, I don't want to hear your friends, tell what you actually thankful for. So she was like, oh, I'm thankful for my stepmom. And then she paused. She paused because what she was about to say next was going to harm her mother and the congregation that supported her mother. So while they doing all they laying hands and praying over her, she then states, I'm grateful for my stepmother because she listens to me more than my actual mother does. And that right there should have been a wake-up call for her mother, but it wasn't. Instead, her mother did not protect her and let the congregation just demonize her and call her all kinds of spirits and say she had all kinds of entities attached to her, simply because she was telling the truth that they did not want to acknowledge. And I wanted to speak about this because a lot of people are not only in religious psychosis, but have so much religious trauma that they stray away from what God truly is. The truth, the light that lies within themselves.
If you say that your parent doesn't listen to you and it's hurtful, and you're grateful for an adult that actually listens to and values what you have to say, that's not what you think. That's a demon trying to come up out of you. Why would these kids grow up and want to go to church? You tell me why millennials left the church, younger millennials left the church, why Gen Z is not going to church. It's demonic to imply that your parents could be better. It's demonic to say that a behavior that this adult, who is a fucking human being and is capable of being mean, is capable of not listening, is doing that to you, and you advocate for yourself. That's the enemy. inside of you. And it's not your parent who could maybe do some reflecting about why you would say that. It's Satan. It's the Satan in you. That's not how you feel. That's Satan. Y'all don't find it ironic that in doing all of that, you did exactly what she said? Invalidated her? I'm being invalidated again. And this time, publicly humiliated with the invalidation. Christianity, the way that a lot of you motherfuckers practice it, the parents are infallible figures that rule over the children. Apologize. I did something wrong. How? I'm an infallible figure that rules over you. Jesus be self-reflection. Jesus be a therapist. Jesus be accountability. Jesus be humility.
People weren't just watching, they were reacting. Anger boiled over. Shock turned into condemnation. The church, once seen as a sanctuary, was suddenly cast as the villain in a global drama. Viewers accused the church of using its authority to silence a child's truth. Many said the leaders had failed in their duty to protect the vulnerable. In the days following the viral storm, many expected the leaders of Hope of Glory Fellowship Church to step forward with humility. The natural response, people thought, would be an apology, a heartfelt acknowledgement of the pain caused to the young girl, a recognition of the outrage that had swept across social media, and a promise to do better. But that apology never came. Instead, the church chose a different path. Rather than addressing the growing chorus of voices demanding accountability, the leaders quietly shut down their social media handles. Facebook pages vanished, Instagram accounts went dark, Twitter feeds were deleted. It was as if the church had pulled the plug on its digital presence, retreating into silence while the world outside continued to rage. This decision spoke volumes. To many observers, it was not just a tactical move, but a symbolic one. Closing down social media was seen as an attempt to escape scrutiny, to hide from the tidal wave of criticism rather than confront it. The very platforms that had once been used to share sermons, promote events, and project an image of community were now abandoned, leaving behind a void that only deepened public suspicion. The pressure was immense. Every hour brought new posts, new videos, new condemnations. Influencers dissected the incident in detail. Survivors of similar experiences shared their own stories, drawing parallels between their pain and the girl's humiliation. Hashtags trended, amplifying the outrage to a global scale. For the church, this was uncharted territory. Never before had they faced such relentless public scrutiny. The leaders, accustomed to controlling the narrative within their walls, suddenly found themselves powerless in the face of a digital uprising. The silence of their social media accounts became a metaphor for their inability to respond. And the pressure did not stop at the online sphere. Within the community, members whispered about the scandal. Families debated whether to continue attending. Some parents questioned whether their children were safe in such an environment. The trust that had taken years to build was unraveling in a matter of days. The climax of this pressure came the Sunday after the incident. Traditionally, Sunday was the heartbeat of the church, the day when pews filled, voices rose in worship, and the community gathered in fellowship. But on that particular Sunday, the doors remained closed. There was no service, no choir singing, no sermon delivered. The sanctuary, once alive with energy, stood silent. For many, this absence was more telling than any statement could have been. It was as if the church itself had admitted defeat, unable to withstand the storm of criticism. The decision not to hold service sent a message. The leaders were overwhelmed, paralyzed by the backlash, and incapable of facing their congregation.
So it's getting closer and closer to me seeing what they're about. It is absolutely very strategic where this church is. Very strategic. In the middle of an interesting neighborhood. There's a cemetery. Interesting. Lots of energies. Okay. We're going down a road. That seems to be one way. I'm confused because this is 8217. I put in the address that's on Google. Where are they? I am absolutely confused. That's the address that was listed, and I guess that's not the correct address, I assume. Hello? Or maybe it is and they're not having church today. I don't know. I am confused. There's that. Wow, I was really looking forward to doing this. Well, this actually makes sense. Perfect sense, actually.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and take care.